Understanding Arkansas Code Section 2637205. Distribution of funds from the sale or redemption of tax delinquent parcels. Arkansas Code Section 2637205 outlines the procedures for distributing funds collected by the Commissioner of State Lands from the sale or redemption of tax delinquent properties. This statute is important for professionals specializing in recovering tax excess proceeds, often referred to as finders, as it details how and when former property owners may claim surplus funds resulting from such sales. Key provisions. Order of distribution of sale proceeds. The statute specifies a hierarchical order for distributing funds collected from the sale or redemption of tax delinquent parcels. First priority. Payment to the Commissioner of State Lands for penalties, collection fees, sale costs, including title work, and other prescribed costs. Second priority. Payment to the county for taxes due, plus interest and costs as certified by the county collector. These funds are held in an escrow account and remitted to the county within 1 year of receipt. Third priority. Payment to the county for any delinquent personal property taxes, plus penalties owed by the owners of the tax delinquent parcel. These funds are held in escrow and remitted after 1 year of receipt. The Commissioner reviews information to confirm the validity and amount of personal property taxes and penalties to be withheld. Refunds due to erroneous payments are recoverable from the county. Fourth priority. Payment to the Department of Finance and Administration for any delinquent taxes, penalties, and interest owed by the owners, as evidenced by certificates of indebtedness. Funds are held in escrow and remitted within 1 year. Refunds due to erroneous payments are recoverable from the department. Fifth priority. Payment to the county for any delinquent solid waste assessments, plus penalties and interest owed by the owners. Funds are held in escrow and remitted after 1 year. The Commissioner reviews information to confirm the validity and amount. Refunds due to erroneous payments are recoverable from the county. Sixth priority. Any remaining funds are placed in another escrow account administered by the Commissioner of State Lands. Claims to remaining funds, surplus proceeds, eligibility. The former owner of the tax delinquent parcel is entitled to claim the surplus funds. Definition of former owner. A person or legal entity holding record title to the property on the date of sale by the Commissioner of State Lands. Does not include heirs or relations beyond the first degree of consanguinity. Application process. The former owner must file an application with the Commissioner requesting the release of funds. The application must include proof of ownership, proof of authority to act on behalf of the owner, any additional information deemed necessary by the Commissioner. The former owner must release and relinquish all rights, title, and interests in the property. The Commissioner provides a release deed for execution. Distribution of funds. After administrative costs, 10% of the remaining funds up to $500, the surplus is paid to the former owner. No interest is paid on the funds. Agreements for recovery services. Any agreement to assist in recovering surplus funds must be in writing. Clearly state the nature of the property and services. Limit fees to no more than 10% of the recovery. Be signed by the former owner. State the value of the funds before and after fees. Agreements with unconscionable compensation are unenforceable except by the former owner, who may seek to reduce the compensation to a reasonable amount. The Commissioner makes all payments directly to the former owner unless a court order directs otherwise. Disputes and multiple claims. In cases of disputes, multiple claims, or controversies, the Commissioner may require a court order to establish entitlement to the funds. Liability and penalties. Individuals filing fraudulent claims or assisting in such filings are responsible for repaying erroneously paid funds. Filing a fraudulent claim is a Class D felony. Unclaimed funds. Funds held in escrow for the former owner are held for 2 years from the date they are placed in escrow. If unclaimed after 2 years, the funds escheat to the county where the property is located. Distribution to taxing units. All funds distributed to counties from the sale or redemption of tax delinquent parcels, including interest and costs, are to be allocated to the applicable taxing units in proportion to how taxes would have been distributed if collected when due. Severability clause. If any part of this section is found to be invalid or contrary to state laws, the remaining provisions remain effective. Relevance for finders. Understanding eligibility. Only the former owner as defined by the statute is eligible to claim surplus funds. Heirs beyond the first degree of consanguinity are not eligible. Fee limitations. Agreements to assist in recovering surplus funds are capped at a 10% fee. Contracts exceeding this limit are unenforceable. Application assistance. Finders can assist former owners in preparing and submitting the required application, ensuring all necessary documentation is provided. Awareness of timeframes. Surplus funds are held for a 2-year period before escheating to the county. Prompt action is necessary to secure these funds for clients. Legal compliance. Finders must ensure all activities comply with the statute to avoid penalties, including the potential for felony charges in cases of fraudulent claims. Direct payment to former owners. The Commissioner will only make payments directly to former owners unless a court order specifies otherwise. Practical steps for finders. Identify potential clients. Access public records to identify properties sold due to tax delinquency and the former owners eligible for surplus funds. Educate clients. Inform former owners about their right to claim surplus funds and the necessity to act within the 2-year timeframe. Assist with documentation. Help clients gather proof of ownership and authority to act, as required in the application. Prepare compliant agreements. Ensure any service agreements meet statutory requirements. Written contract. Clear description of services. Fee not exceeding 10%. Signed by the former owner. Disclosure of fund amounts before and after fees. Avoid unconscionable practices. Maintain ethical standards to prevent agreements from being deemed unconscionable. Monitor escrow periods. Keep track of the dates when surplus funds were placed in escrow to prevent forfeiture to the county. Stay informed on updates. Be aware of any amendments to the statute to ensure ongoing compliance. Conclusion. Arkansas Code Section 2637205 provides a detailed framework for the distribution of funds from the sale or redemption of tax-delinquent properties. For finders, understanding this statute is essential to effectively assist former property owners in recovering surplus proceeds. Key considerations include strict adherence to fee limitations, ensuring proper documentation, and acting within specified timeframes. By providing knowledgeable and ethical assistance, finders can facilitate the recovery of funds that former owners might otherwise forfeit. This not only benefits the clients but also enhances the professionalism and credibility of finders in the industry.